Hey guys, wanted to clarify a couple things about workout 22.1. So we're going to be starting around this area. This is not where we're going to be doing the sled pushes and pulls. This is just going to be the starting line. And for teams, we'll start with the teams, the common questions with teams. You guys are going to start with the rope in hand. So everybody needs to have contact with the ropes. Everybody should be hanging on the rope. You're going to run all the way down the parking lot that way. You're going to go around some cones. You're going to turn around, and then you're going to find a sled similar to how we've got over there. Every rope is going to have a carabiner attached to it. So you're going to go out, and these are the traditional the straps that come with all the Rogue sleds. So they've got two handles. You want to make sure you get that carabiner on both of them. So this is probably going to be where a couple of you guys slip up. So make sure you're paying attention. And, you know, don't try to rush through it. Clip both of those straps. Now, only one person may be in that lane. We're using the parking spaces as lanes. Only one person can be in there clipping the rope and pulling the rope at a time. You can't have all four people pulling the rope. So if you guys got a big hoss on your team that can move any weight imaginable, that's good. Have that person, you know, pull the sled hand over hand or whatever you want to do, but you got to get it back to the mat where you're going to be doing the reps. So, for example, it's going to look like this, and then when you reach the straps, if you want to go, you know, one strap and you absolutely can. Just get it all the way up to the max. All right, now you're going to take the plates off. So a lot of people are asking what needs to be synchronized. So let's go over that. This will be the same for teams and pairs. So for ground to overhead, everybody's plate needs to start on the ground. That doesn't necessarily need to be synchronized. The only synchronized thing is that everybody's got their plate up overhead. Let me back up here. Up overhead at the same time. Elbows locked, slight bend in the elbow, whatever. It's got to be above your head without making contact with your head. So this right here is perfectly fine. It's just got to be up over your head. Now your judge will no rep you if they see this kind of stuff. So make sure the entire plate is up over your head and in sync with your partners. For the lunges, plate's got to be up overhead. You don't need to be in sync on the ground, just in sync all the way up. So hips and knees fully extended. So none of this duck walk stuff. Make sure you're standing all the way up. Typical open standard stuff, right? So standing up for the lunges, that's the part that needs to be in sync, or the synchro part. For the burpees, as long as everybody at some point gets down on the ground, it doesn't have to be synchronized, but this does. All for teams, all 4 times 2, 8 feet, need to be on top of their plate at the same time, or for pairs, you both need to be on top of the plate. The reps are a little bit different for teams or pairs, but those standards are the same. After you get the reps completed for teams, load the sled back up however you want. So it doesn't matter what order you go, but as you pull those plates back off, for example, the RX teams, the women need 35-pound plates, the men need 45s. Then we're just gonna have, again, one person pushing that sled all the way back out. And then everybody's going to, for teams, you're going to run back to the starting line, start that lap over. Now the sled is a little bit different for pairs. There's a 100-meter sprint out to the sled, and then there's a 100-meter, we just called it a push-pull. You won't have to deal with the rope. Everybody's gonna have the straps on the other end of the rope. So literally one person can have the straps. You can either be running forward with the sled behind you, or you can have the straps here and you're backpedaling, that's fine. One person can be on the post pushing the sled. Whatever you wanna do, get it from down there all the way up here. For pairs, we will be doing all of our plate reps here. All right, so you're gonna sprint down there, get your sled, get it here, however the hell you want. Do your reps, load that plate or load that sled back up, push it all the way down, sprint back, okay? That is 22.1.